Hi, friends. I just wanted to jump on and talk to you just for a few minutes about why this business that I am working is just exploding. Yesterday I was on a leadership call with Justin Prince. And if you've never had an opportunity to listen to him or watch him, he is one of the most spiritual, influential, motivated, but genuine human beings I've ever come across. And he just pours into you. And so because of that leadership call I was on, I just kind of wanted to share some things with you. So I wanted to start off by again talking about why is this business that I'm working exploding? And there are a couple of reasons. The first thing is that this particular business helps you to change habits. So the first thing I want to talk about is habits. We know that it takes time to change habits, but your urgency in where you want to be is going to precede the changing of your habits. So if you want to run with the stallions, you've got to train, right? You have got to change your habits. So one of the things that is super duper important is, your motivation. So if you have a really big dream, then the amount of change and effort that dream is going to require is going to be equally as large. So you don't just kind of accidentally fall into a successful business. Things don't happen on accident. Things happen because of the motion that you put forward, the things that you set into motion. And so if you are not willing to change those habits, which takes big work, then you're never going to achieve those big dreams that you have. The second thing that I would say is, being successful takes skill. It's not, there are a lot of natural born leaders and people that have natural talent, but the natural talent only takes you so far. You still have to practice. You've got to refine your craft. You've got to learn. You've got to grow. You've got to continue to seek how to improve yourself, your life, your work, whatever it is that you're wanting to see bigger and better things out of. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes work, and it takes high levels of motivation. You've got to learn how to refine those skills. Pouring yourself into professional development, whether it's podcasts, YouTube trainings, educational videos, reading books, people. Reading. There is so much research out there about the cognitive synapses that occur when you are reading something and highlighting and taking notes and putting finger and thumb together and writing. It really helps you learn and grow. And so that's something, you have to be willing to put in that work. So I want you to know that if you're wanting to be successful, then the other thing that you need to remember is that it just doesn't happen overnight. And, you can't just try something for a couple of days or a couple of months and say, you know what, it didn't work. That goes all the way down from something as simple as trying to lose weight, which is not a simple thing. If you give up, then you're never going to know if your efforts were paying off. It's not an overnight success in my current business. As a matter of fact, I was not a success to any measurable degree in any of the 5 companies that I had worked with before. And those of you that know me know that my background is in education. I was in education for 32 years. I taught for 11 of those years. I taught primary, intermediate, and middle school. I taught all kinds of subjects. I was even a PE coach for my girls auxiliary squad, my second year teaching. So I have a very broad educational background. I was in school leadership. I was an assistant principal, a school principal. I was even a hearing officer, where it was like the most challenging job ever, because you had to discipline students who violated the student code of conduct. And it broke my heart daily, because I never felt like I had enough time to affect positive change or to make a positive influence on these students that I'm having to send to an alternative placement. So for me to be able to make this transition out of education into business, and into this type of business where, again, I had had failure upon failure upon failure upon failure, but I am experiencing a very large level of success with this particular company. And it's because I have the will and I have refined my skill. So when I'm talking about my personal why, my why is so that I can spend time with my family, with my aging parents, with my husband. I want to be able to release my husband from his daily job at a particular establishment that is sucking the life out of him. And so that right there. I mean, every day that I send him off to work, my heart breaks, because I know that he's not getting fulfilled in the way that he could if he were doing something he were passionate about. I just wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to let you know that I am partnering with very, very specific individuals. I am looking for people who are driven, who are motivated, who are ready to make a change in their lives, who are coachable, who have a heart to help others, and who are ready and willing and able to recognize that they may have settled for good when they're capable of great. If any of this resonates with you, then we need to talk. We need to have an individual conversation, because we may be a great match to create business together. If we're not a match, that's okay. That's okay. But I am looking for those very highly motivated, serious, hardworking individuals that are ready to go with me and just kind of blow this whole thing out of the water. So again, if this is something that resonates with you, reach out to me, let me know you're interested, and let's just have a conversation, because it doesn't hurt to talk, right? All right, friends. Well, with that, I'm going to let you go, but I just wanted to say, you know what? You can do it too. Don't settle for good when you can have great. See ya.